No purpose, no commitment, no focus, no progress. At the beginning is purpose. Get clear on the purpose. Today, I'm going to talk to you about focus. And if you are someone who has struggled with focusing on something important and seeing it through, following up and getting it done, this is going to be for you. And I'm going to give you 5 questions that you can ask yourself to improve your focus, because I know you can do it. I know you can get it done, but you've got to focus. So this is Mark Johnson, your fitness ambassador from Bounce Pep, the youngest son of Bill Johnson. And I would just like to thank all of my subscribers for being subscribers. If you are not subscribed, but you are watching anyway, thank you as well, because I appreciate you lending me your ear and your attention. I do appreciate it. We're going to jump right in. So, first of all, focus is all about understanding details and getting things done. When you really get down to it, that's the reason why you need to focus, right? Focus is about understanding details and getting things done. But there are some challenges with that. I can think of 2 challenges. Okay, the very first one is this: just distractions. I know we live in a world right now where distractions are everywhere. You've got your telephone, you've got your TV, you've got this, that, and the third. I mean, all kinds of things competing for your attention and trying to distract you at every turn, it seems like. I understand, because I have to deal with the same challenges. I have to be very intentional about tuning out distractions because they are everywhere. Okay. And another problem is there's simply too much information. Let me go back to what I said at the beginning. If you are someone who is trying to do the right thing, you're trying to work on something, but you struggle with focus, a lot of the problem can be because there's too much information and too little clarity. Information is on tap now. You can go on the internet, you can go on YouTube, you have people telling you to do this, you have all kinds of articles. The information is so abundant and so ubiquitous that it's very, very hard to gain clarity on what you should do, what you should prioritize, what you should put on the back burner, what you should just ignore totally. It's very, very hard to cut through all of that clutter and gain clarity with this overabundance of information that we have in this modern world that we live in. So I understand that. One more challenge is simply that you cannot focus on something when you don't really care about it. Okay? That should make sense to you. When you don't really care about something, it's hard to focus on it. So that brings me to one of the main points that I'm going to talk to you about today. And that is this thing called purpose. Okay? Your life is supposed to have purpose. Okay? You're supposed to be working on something that is deeply meaningful to you. And what happens is when you don't know what your purpose is, when you don't have a clear sense of purpose, distractions can pull you in. You can lose your focus easily. Okay? Again, because you may be working on something that you don't really care about, actually. It's not really connected to any sense of deep purpose. And so it's easy to become distracted when you're working on something that you don't feel a deep sense of purpose about. Okay? So I need you to get clear on what your purpose in life is. This is the very first step in overcoming distractions and gaining more focus. This is the first step. Understand your purpose. Understanding what your purpose is the first step. No purpose means no commitment, means no focus, means no progress. Let me repeat that. No purpose, no commitment, no focus, no progress. And it is a cycle. That no progress just leads right back around to no purpose. So you've got to figure out what your purpose is sooner rather than later. So I'm going to help you do that with 5 questions that you can ask yourself, okay? So let me just make one small point. The mundane is not your purpose. So when I say mundane, I mean things like paying bills, putting food on the table. Everyone has to do that, okay? That's not your purpose. So your purpose is not simply to survive or to secure the means of survival. That's not your purpose. Your purpose has to be something deeper, has to be something more meaningful on a deeper level, because again, everybody's putting food on the table and paying bills. Okay, so don't call that your purpose. That is not what your purpose is. We're going to go deeper than that. So with that said, let me give you the 5 questions that you can ask yourself, okay, to clarify what your purpose is, or to begin to get some understanding, at least to go in the right direction, okay, so that you can then improve your focus and begin to actually make progress on objectives that actually mean something to you, okay? Now, the very first question is this, all right? And these are not difficult questions. They do require you to do some thinking and maybe some, you have to maybe let your thoughts marinate for a few days, or maybe a week, a couple weeks or whatever. But I guarantee you, just asking yourself these simple questions will help you clarify what your purpose is if it's unclear to you. The very first question is this: what makes you excited? Okay? If there's something that makes you excited, then that may be something that you can latch on to and build a sense of purpose around, right? Okay, build a sense of purpose around that. Question number 2, what makes you upset? Okay, now this is kind of the opposite. So, some people, for instance, are freedom fighters, right? They're going to fight the power, fight the man, right? That can also provide a deep sense of purpose. Something that upsets you can actually provide a deep sense of purpose, okay? Third question, what puzzles you? Okay, there are certain things in life that may seem like a puzzle, a riddle, a real mystery, okay? Just kind of pursuing that knowledge, trying to figure out, what is the nature of that thing? That can actually become your purpose, right? So those are the first 3 questions. Now, the next 2 questions are really, really big, okay? Number 4 is, what could command your interest for at least the next 5 years? 5 years. So now we're thinking long term. I said at least 5 years. What is that thing that could command your interest for the next 5 years? Okay. And the last question, which is related to the 4th question. So the 5th question is this: what could doing that at a high level mean for you and others who would be affected by it? What could doing that thing for at least the next 5 years mean for you? What could doing it at a high level mean for you and other people that you could have an impact on, for example? Okay. So those are your 5 questions. I want you to take those 5 questions again. What makes you excited? What makes you upset? What puzzles you? What is something that could command your attention for at least the next 5 years? And what would doing that thing at a high level mean for you and others who would be affected, right? Okay, those are your 5 questions. I want you to write those answers down. You don't have to come to a conclusion immediately. I want you to this is to get you thinking about it. Get your brain going, because if you don't have a sense of purpose, that is your very first problem. I got to tell you, if you don't have a sense of purpose, if the actions that you take on a daily basis are not really meaningful to you on a deep level, then it's going to be very, very easy for you to lose focus. It's going to be easy for you to be erratic, unable to follow through, and you're going to have that lack of progress. Remember what I said: no purpose, no commitment, no focus, no progress. At the beginning is purpose. Get clear on the purpose. So with that said, I am going to leave you with that. Okay. Ask yourself those 5 questions. Start to figure out what your purpose is. And that is the very first step to take in improving your focus. With that, take that with you. Have a great, great day.